ready to go.
Hesitation. That's true. Well, let's stay in the NBA. The playoffs are now upon us, and for the Lakers, their road back to a title starts in the play-in tournament against none other than arguably, I don't know, the hottest player in the league in one, Stephen Curry. LeBron, Steph, all that history between them, including 4 finals appearances, and it all gets underway Wednesday night. Here is Steph Curry on the anticipated matchup.
You expect greatness, and that's the part I've enjoyed so much about playing in finals against him, against those Cleveland teams and those games that matter. It just brings out another level of intensity and excitement and a sense of urgency about it, because you know how good you have to play in order to win games like that.
We just got to play to the best of our ability. We got to play Lakers basketball. We got to defend at a high rate. We're playing versus, in my opinion, the MVP of our league this year, and Steph. So, we got to be, prepared for everything that they have. They got championship DNA as well, and they've been there. They know what it takes and what it feels like to be in pressure games. So, we got to be ready for that opportunity and for that pressure.
Look, it's a lot of high praise from LeBron to Steph and the Warriors. Nick, you think the Lakers, LeBron James, the Lakers, you think they should be afraid of Golden State heading into this game?
No. And if this weekend taught us anything about the fear factor of these NBA playoffs, it is other teams fearing the Lakers so much they will throw games to some of the worst teams in modern NBA history just to avoid possibly having to play them. Now, the Warriors couldn't do that because the Warriors has to play their way into the postseason. But Wilds, I look at this Wednesday night game, and by the way, what LeBron said about Steph's really interesting, and I know we're going to get to it later, but I look at this Wednesday night game like a great roller coaster. Will there be moments of irrational fear during the ride? Maybe. But when you get on it, why do you do it? You say, man, this is going to be fun, and I know where it's ending. At no point does the logical part of your brain be like, I might fall out of this thing. We might actually fly off this thing. So, yeah, there'll be some excitement. There'll be a moment in the third quarter where Steph hits 3 threes on 4 possessions and the Warriors cut it to a 5-point game, and you're like, uh-oh. But you'll know how this story's going to end. So, yeah, no, Wilds, I'm not concerned. The Lakers shouldn't be concerned. And this weekend showed us that it is the rest of the league that is concerned with the Lakers, not the other way around.
Okay, but if it was the Warriors roller coaster, that is one that I am not buying a ticket onto. I would look at it and say, you know what? A little too scary for me. A little too scary for your old buddy. And here's why you should be afraid. I put down 3 reasons so you can follow along, Nick. Reason 1. Uh-oh. Whose music is that? It's the We Believe Warriors 2.0. Just like Baron Davis, Steph Curry is lifting up his shirt and showing everybody his tummy. And you know what they say? When the tummies come out, I don't know. I'm making that up. When you lift up your tummy, that means the Warriors are hot. Reason number 2. Uh-oh. Shooters. Oh, there it is. Tummy alert. Shooters shoot. 36 field goal attempts. Career high the other day to win the scoring title. So here's the thing, Nick. I think Steve Kerr can come up with a million great game plans of moving the ball. Here's one, Steve Kerr, pro bono from your old buddy Kevin Wilds. Just let Steph shoot 40 times. Let's see what happens. Put on a show for the play-in. And good news, Evan, you get to keep your job. You didn't get fired like LeBron wanted you fired. And finally, historical precedent, Joy. This is what everybody likes. You know what? Past results guarantee future success. Steph, 15-7 all time versus LeBron. So look, if the Warriors win and the Lakers have to go play the Grizz or the Spurs, I still think the Lakers get to the playoff. But Joy, I would be very, very nervous if I was LeBron having to face the We Believe Warriors 2.0.
I'm glad we keep talking about fear, because for some reason I woke up this morning with the Addams Family song in my head. I don't know what that says about me. Wednesday Addams is my spirit animal. But I was thinking about the play-in tournament. I'm like, it's kind of kooky mysterious and spooky. It's weird. It's like college. You know, you have to win these next 2 games if you want to get into the playoffs. So if it's a 7-game series, I'm not going to bet against LeBron and the Lakers, but it's not. It's the play-in tournament, and the Lakers have not been healthy. LeBron rolled his ankle again last night. We know AD is fragile. LeBron's missed 27 games. Anthony Davis has missed 36 games. And this is Steph Curry. They won 8 of their last 9 games. It's Steph Curry. He's the man. This was the year that Steph Curry was supposed to get exposed, and he's done the complete opposite of that. So while I'm not in the habit of picking against LeBron James and the Lakers anymore, I think it's pretty logical to have some kind of fear about this game. Anything can happen, and it's because mostly the injuries. If the Lakers were coming into this situation healthy but maybe not playing their best basketball, then I wouldn't be nervous, but that's not the situation. They're very banged up. Anything can happen in a tournament, as we know. That's why March Madness is so exciting. And I'm not saying it's the exact equivalent, but they're not healthy. It's completely rational, Nick, to be a little bit nervous.
Well, it's also why when Steph Curry was last in a single elimination tournament, as soon as he faced an overwhelming team, no matter how great he was in the Elite Eight, his Davidson team went home because the other team was just that much better, even though Steph
So now
was
the Warriors
that great.
are Davidson?
Well, I mean, I feel like the Warriors without Steph are not that different than Davidson without Steph that year. I mean, that's the why people are making the case for Steph for MVP. But Joy, you said something smart. You said you are not in the habit anymore of picking against LeBron. I'll tell you who is in the habit of picking against LeBron. Our old buddy Kevin Wildes. And that whole little PowerPoint presentation he gave us, I know what I tell you how, because he put it together. You might be like, wow, we got this matchup like 9 hours ago. How did he put together so quickly? Well, he told our great producers, hey guys, remember the thing I put together for the Blazers last year? Let's just retool it and change a few of the nouns for the exact same. Oh, Dame! You don't want to face Dame. Dame's going to get hot.
That's true.
Dame could drop 40. And what did the Lakers show you in that series, Jenna? They showed you that if your offense revolves around one singular great perimeter player, they are better equipped than any team in the league to snuff that out. Because they will trap you at half court. They will leave themselves in 4-on-3 situations, which are actually 4-on-4 situations, because Anthony Davis is an octopus who can count as 2 defenders by himself. That's what they'll do. And that's why they're 7-point favorites on Wednesday. And that's why, even though they're not actually in the playoffs yet, they are the favorites to win the West. Because nobody actually thinks, Jenna, the Warriors are going to win this game.
No, but Joy has a very good point. You have to be worried about them. Anthony Davis, for everything he says, whether he's 100% or what, is fragile. LeBron James, is he ready for the playoffs? He tweaked his ankle last night. I'm worried now when he gets out on the court, and it's just starting. So I think it's a real concern there. So that was a good point, Joy. We're going to have much more on this matchup over the course of the next couple hours. But it is time for our guy, Nick Wright, to hand out some awards, some NBA awards. Why don't we start?
Oh, hey, look at that
Nick.
3-button suit.
All dressed up,
Thanks.
ready to go. Rookie of the year, buddy. Who you got? Fancy? Very fancy.
Wow, what a suit. That is, I mean, fresh out of 1998. Tyrese Halliburton, nobody watched him, but he was excellent. Anthony Edwards, some people watched him, led all rookies.